every quest must come to a close. And for these three heroes, their journey into Bleak Falls Barrow ends with Croesus. You're watching War Games News Radio, and this is the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms Bleak Falls Barrow Finale.
Hey there, adventurers, and welcome back to War Games News Radio for the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms Bleak Falls Barrow Finale. This is our third and final chapter in this mini campaign, and it's been months in the making, and I am so excited to get this battle underway. In our last two episodes, the Dragonborn, Ralof, and the Imperial Spellsword Mage have fought all kinds of bandits and Draugr and skeletons in the dungeon of Bleak Falls Barrow, and only one thing now remains, and that's to defeat the Dragon Priest Croesus and escape the barrow with the Golden Claw. Now, admittedly, all of that is a little bit easier said than done, but throughout this campaign, we've acquired all kinds of treasure items and upgrades and leveled up our heroes, so they should be pretty well equipped to take on this Dragon Priest and anything that the Master of the Sanctum has to throw at him. Now, while this might be the end of our Bleak Falls Barrow campaign, it is not the end of Skyrim Sundays, because we're going to have a brand new campaign coming for you folks very, very soon, and once again, it's going to be up to you, the viewers, to help us decide which direction we go and where our adventures head off to next. There are two passable paths for our Dragonborn and companions to take, so let me know in the comment section down below whether or not you'd like to see our Dragonborn get involved with the Skyrim Civil War, or take the trek up the 7,000 steps up to High Hrothgar and learn more about dragon shouts. The choice is yours, so leave a comment down below and let us know which way you would like the Dragonborn to go. Chosen One level members on our Patreon already have access to polls, which will help shape how this next campaign looks, but that's enough plug-in for now. We've got a battle and a campaign to finish. So, without further ado, let's get in to Bleak Falls Barrow Part 3, Master of the Sanctum. Let's hit it. Having finally retrieved the Golden Claw, the Dragonborn, Ralof, and the Spellsword Mage must now escape from Bleak Falls Barrow, but to do so, they must first go to the center of this map here and search the sarcophagus. But doing so is going to awaken the Dragon Priest and his minions here at the back of the board, who are going to do their best to try to stop our heroes from making it out of this dungeon. We start deployed in the far right corner of the board, and no adversaries start in play at the beginning of the game. It's not until we search one of these four treasure tokens scattered across the board or interact with the sarcophagus that the enemies will begin to spawn. Once we interact with the sarcophagus, that will spawn the Dragon Priest in base-to-base contact with whichever model began the search action. Doing so, we will get to make one draw from a Master Treasure deck, which is only weapons, but to achieve victory and exit the barrow, we must slay the Dragon Priest, and we will be using the Croesus unit card. And much like Skyrim itself, if the Dragonborn interacts with the word wall / sarcophagus objective in the middle of the board here, they will gain access to dragon shouts and immediately learn the Foos dragon shout. Interacting with a treasure token will spawn the remaining three baddies at the back left-hand corner of the board. There are three possible O's that we could choose: Crushing Blow, By Their Own Hand, and Thin the Court. I'm going to take By Their Own Hand. My party will use the Master Treasure we gained from searching the sarcophagus to kill the Master. In our last episode, the Mage was voted the battle MVP, so we're going to draw a random single-use treasure card for them in this battle, and that is a Potion of Strength. Discard this card as a free action to add the Potion of Strength diminishing effect. For our forces, we are all leveled up here. We've got the Dragonborn equipped with their Ancient Nord Battle Axe of Frost. I've also got the Silvered Sword and my standard shield there, ready to swap off if I want to change up my fighting style. Then I've got my Hide Armor and, of course, the Ring of Fortify Armor as well. Moving on to Ralof, we've got a Dwarven Fine Sword on him, along with the Bow of the Hunt, which you picked up last time around. Stormcloak Cuirass, the attachment item Circlet of Archery, which is pretty awesome, adds a green die to archery skill tests. Picked that up last time as well. And the Potion of Plentiful Stamina. Then last up, the Imperial Mage, who has the, Steel Dagger. We're upgraded to Firebolt this time around instead of Flame, so going for the ranged attack rather for the ranged and melee combo. Then we've got the Imperial Light Armor, the Potion of Strength, which we just got, which is pretty awesome, and lastly, the Potion of Plentiful Magicka. We've got 10 rounds to slay the Dragon Priest and escape from Bleak Falls Barrow, so let's get into the action on Episode 3, Master of the Sanctum. Starting off round 1, we draw the Destruction Ritual quest. At least one model in the party must possess a destruction spell, choosing the sarcophagus altar as the target. If the mage is able to cast their Firebolt spell on the altar, then in the next campaign game they can choose one destruction spell worth up to 12 septims for no cost. Top of round 1, and because we start the game with no adversaries in play, everyone's just going to get to go all at once and move the whole gang up, stamina boosted 9 inches. I'll spend my second action on the Dragonborn to put up a two-handed block, and with everyone else, I will do absolutely nothing. Easily the most uneventful round of the entire campaign. But let's go ahead and draw an event card. We got Divine Inspiration. Choose one of your models. That model may re-roll the number of dice from its next skill or attribute test. I'm going to go ahead and give this to the Dragonborn. Rolling straight into round 2, I can regular move with the Dragonborn into the chest here and search as a free action, revealing a locked chest. Okay, let's go ahead and try and search that. Then Dragonborn has a searching skill just on a 4, so let's see what we get, but we've got Divine Inspiration. If we fail it, whoops. So we're gonna undo that crit because of our Divine Inspiration card, and we get it with a 3. The gods smile upon us with our Divine Inspiration, so let's go ahead and make a draw from the treasure deck here. We will cut the deck and we will reveal a sweet roll. But we also spawn some enemies because we've now searched that chest. So the Draggear Overlord, Skeleton Archer, and Draggear have now spawned at the back of the board, and one of them is gonna go first, so let's see which one is going to spawn. Number 4, that is the Archer. The skeleton moves once and then hides away from the enemies. Back to my turn. Ralof is going to make a boosted stamina move to about there, and then he's going to ready an action. Back to our adversary pool, we got the Draggear. More of the same at the back of the board, a charged move with the Draggear. They're getting into the action hopefully for round 3. And last up for my turn, I'm going to move the mage up once and then target the altar here for my destruction ritual spell and go ahead and make a cast of Firebolt. So this is going to be 2 greens and 2 yellows. The extra green is for my destruction mastery ability. Let's see if I can nail it on a 5. Hey, we got it and then some. That is quest complete. So as our reward in the next campaign game, choose 1 destruction spell with up to 12 septums for no cost. That's it for adversary and party activations for round 2. So let's go ahead and roll for round 3. We got Ancient Riddles. Place a puzzle objective token on the gaming area no closer than 8 inches to any player-controlled model. If possible, place as far away otherwise. So we'll place the Ancient Riddles token about there, and that's going to do it for round 2. Going into round 3, looks like we're finally within striking distance of the altar here, but we've got some other foes to worry about. So let's see if we can't do some damage and perhaps encounter our Dragon Priest in round 3. Okay, round 3 and adversaries up first, so let's go and make our draw for number 4. That is the Skeleton Archer once again. The Archer is going to move once and then take a hidden shot through at Ralof. Skeleton Archer shooting in on Ralof, yellow for the sneak attack and a green for boosting, so he's going to be hitting on 3s. That is a big fail. Well, back to my turn, and I'm going to move Ralof my boosted move once to get within activation range of this chest, but I'm not actually going to activate right now. I am going to take a shot at long range on that Skeleton Archer. So Ralof is going to do a boosted attack with all kinds of extra dice. So green and a yellow normally for the Bow of the Hunt, with an extra green for the Circlet of Archery, and an extra green and a yellow because of my Steady Hand ability. So making a shot here with the bow, hitting on 5s. That's gonna do it for just 1 damage, unfortunately. Skeleton Archer has 1 damage resistance. Oh, he does not block it, but he does have some cover, so I guess it's going to add some additional damage resistance, which is blocked. This is an adventurer party, but Ralof isn't technically an adventurer, so I don't think I get to activate and search this chest for free now, unfortunately, but oh well. That is going to bring it back to our adversary, so let's go. One of these 2 here is the Draggear again. Okay. No real surprise that the Draggear is also going to charge in his boosted move there and throw up a block, getting ready for some attacking next time around. I'm going to go for the Gusto with the Mage here and move 6 inches, which puts me within Firebolt range of the Draggear there. So I'm going to make that shot here, hitting on 5s, extra green for the Destruction Mastery, and that's going to bring my Magicka down to just 1 point. So hitting on 5s. Ooh, that's not going to do it, but I am going to instead burn my Imperial Luck, because I really want this to work this game, which automatically makes that a hit. So that's going to do 2 damage in on the Draggear there. So they do have that block up, so they're going to have to test Endurance to see if they get to add extra die to their block here. So the Draggear here is going to be testing Endurance. What is that, on a 4? Ooh, running away. It's a critical pass. So they're going to go ahead and succeed there. So they're going to do 2 armor resistance die on 2 damage. Stops 1 and is going to take 1, and that's still going to put him out of play with a wicked firebolt from the mage. But with 2 enemies already activated, then it's just going to be left up to me. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and do the damn thing. I'm going to boosted move, which even with the terrain in the way is going to be more than enough for me to get within base-to-base contact with the shrine here, and we're going to go ahead and search that master treasure chest and see what we get. So we got our weapon master treasure deck here. We're going to just go ahead and give that a good old cut, and we've got the the master treasure battle axe Wuthrad. Damage is green and black, extra red versus elves, so it doesn't help us too much in this case, but it's got bleed and can add extra die. It is cumbersome, a 2-handed block, and enchanted. So we will exercise our right as an adventurer to equip that right away, but we're also going to spawn Crossus, who has entered the game and is going to get to go first next activation and attack our Dragonborn. The Dragon Priest is on the table, and it is time to get into round 4. But first things first, let's draw an event card. We got Lights Out Fitting. As the Dragon Priest is raised from their crypt, the darkness rules come into effect for the next round and next round only. Things are heating up in Bleak Falls Barrow, and don't worry, we'll be right back with the conclusion of this battle in just one moment. But if you like what you're seeing here on the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss our next video, because we've got tabletop content coming every single week. And if you really want to help support us here at WGNR, then consider following the link in the description to our Patreon. There you can get access to exclusive giveaways, polls that help shape the content here on the channel, and even become a named character in a battle report, not unlike this one. You can also check out our new merch store where you can get some new WGNR gear, support the channel, and look good doing it. But that's enough shameless self-promotion for now. Let's get back to Bleak Falls Barrow and the end of this campaign. Top of round 4, and Crossus is going to get the first attack now that he is on the board. And this card is all kinds of fun. He's got a staff of fireballs, he's ethereal, he's terrifying, he's got all kinds of crazy effects. But he's in close combat with the Dragonborn here now, so he's just going to make a pretty basic attack at the moment. But it is going to be green plus yellow, and he is going to be hitting on 4s. So I need to find one of my green dice. Here we go. So Crossus taking his first attack, hitting on 4s. That's gonna do it for no special effects in this case, but it is 1 damage. So 1 damage on 2 armor defense. Okay, I'm going to take that damage through onto the Dragonborn. Back to my activations, and as tempting as it is just to put Crossus down right now, I'm gonna try to get some more killing done here in this episode, because it feels like we just got started. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and put a shot through with Rayloff there on the skeleton. Rayloff with all of the dice once again, hitting on 5s. That is a hit for 4 damage, holy smokes. 4 damage on 2 damage resistance. He's going to take 2, taking the skeleton out of the game. Which leaves only the Draggear Overlord to activate, who moves his boosted move there to maybe, hopefully, actually get something done in this campaign. But not before the mage is gonna get something to say about it. So she's gonna move up 6 inches here to get within controlling range of the objective. And then she's going to take a flames shot down through onto the Draggear Overlord. So this is going to be a shot hitting on 5s and an extra green for destruction mastery. That's going to tap out my magicka though, so let's see what happens. That's a hit for 2 damage. 2 damage on, what is it, 2 yellow damage resistance? Sorry, it's 1 yellow, but with the obstacle in the way, it's actually going to be 2 yellow. So 2 damage on 2 resistance die. Stops more than enough, especially because he has got strong armor resistance as well. And with nothing else left to do, it's time to try to get this game and campaign under wraps. We've got the brand new battle axe of Wuthrad, and we're gonna go ahead and make a crazy wild attack. So we've got a huge damage dice salad here, hitting on, oh god, hitting on 5s. Come on, Dragonborn. This is your chance to put this thing down. That is a hit. We do not activate the extra special bonus, so that's going to be 4 damage. 4 damage on Croesus. Only has a single red damage resistance rating, so that is 4 damage, stopping 1, so 3 of it's going to go right through on the first attack. The Dragon Priest loses 3 of his 6 health points in one fell swoop from the Dragonborn, and there's only one other adversary, but it's a big one. Rolling intelligence for the mage to see if she scores on the puzzle token here, scoring on a 5. Yep, that's going to do it, so going for a treasure draw here. We'll draw from our deck, and we got... Ooh. Cash, discard this card, and then draw the next 2 treasure cards immediately. Okay, so I guess we'll just go... we'll just draw the next 2 here. An Ancient Horde Battle Axe and a Hide Armor of Dwindling Fire. All kinds of new goodies. Man, we just keep leveling up. So we are going into round 5, and let's draw our event card. We're going to get... Secret Passage. Place a Secret Passage token within 3 of a target model and place another within 8. Okay, so we've seen this one before. We get to essentially use it as a quick move. So we'll place it near Rayloff. We'll say probably about here somewhere and see if we want to use that going into the next round. But let's get into round 5 and see if we can't put the priest down. Top of round 5, and while it's tempting for me to go first and get Rayloff into the mix to overwhelm Croesus here, I'm actually pretty worried about what the Overlord's going to do at the back of the board there. So I'm actually just going to move Rayloff just once here, stay within long range here, but give me close enough that I can change directions here if I need to next turn. I'm going to take a shot at long range through on the Overlord. Rayloff with the green yellow combo hitting on 5s. That is a critical hit, adding a extra black die into the mix, doing 3 damage, 5 damage total. Oh my goodness, the Overlord stops one of those immediately, regardless of the armor roll. So it's gonna be 4 damage on an armor rating of 1 here. So he's going to stop 1, but still take 3 damage. That is no small feat. The epic shot from Rayloff leaves the Overlord with only 1 hit point remaining, but it's going to be an adversary's turn here to go. So let's see and randomize who goes. It's Croesus. Croesus is going to try to do some more damage on the Dragonborn here, boosting their attack to do some extra damage this time around, hitting on 4s. Oh, that is a critical fail, but they're going to regain 1 hit point out of the deal. Back to my turn, and seeing as we only have 1 hit point left there on the Draugr, I'm going to go for the Gusto here. Move once with my mage there and take a flame shot, or firebolt shot, I should say, into the Overlord. So it's going to be hitting on 5s, extra green for destruction, mastery, wide open shot, just trying to do 1 hit points worth of damage. That is a hit for 2 damage, 2 damage on 1 armor resistance. No way. Okay, so he's going to stop 1 because of his strong armor, and that last point is not going to get stopped, meaning that with a well-timed flame shot, the Overlord is out of there. Activation denied. The mage puts the Overlord down with the flames attack, leaving it now just up to the Dragonborn to try to end things. So we've got a green and a black for the Battle Axe of Wuthrad, a green and a yellow for Banish the Wicked, and an extra red for the boosting, and that's going to bring my stamina just down to 1, but we are hitting on 5s. This could be the end of the campaign. That is a hit for 4 damage on just 1 resistance of red. Stops 3, takes 1. Wow, okay, so never mind. We still have some more to go because Croesus refuses to be defeated. End of the round, so let's go and draw another event card here. We got Evasive Maneuvers. You may choose one of your models to engage with an enemy. That model immediately moves up to 3 inches and may move through other models. So I'm not going to use that activation card and go right into the next round. So it is time for Croesus to go first. Hopefully the Dragonborn can withstand the brunt. Top of the round and the war of attrition continues. It is time for Croesus to try to do more damage on the Dragonborn. Boosted attack, hitting on 4s. That is a swing and a miss, but just barely, and good thing too, because that would have hurt. So I guess it's time to get some more killing done. For my first activation, Rayloff is going to move into Croesus here and go for an attack with his fine dwarven great sword here. Get a nice green, yellow, red combination there. Going to go ahead and boost for an extra yellow, and I get an extra green for outnumbering, hitting on 5s. That is a hit. That is just a hit with a roll of 9, brought down 4 points, dealing 3 damage and restoring 1 point of stamina because of the helmet there. So Croesus can stop some of this with a red die of 2, stopping 2 and taking 1. Well, we're chipping away at this mighty adversary, only 2 hit points left, and now it is up to the Dragonborn to try to put things down. First things first, I'm going to try to test for my sweet roll to try to remove this point of damage. So testing endurance on the Dragonborn is a 5. Nailed it with a 5, so we're going to restore that 1 health, bring me back up to full, and then it's time to do some Dragonborn killing. So the Dragonborn will Dragon Shout for the first time here on the channel. We will use the Unrelenting Force Shout, and we are going to maximum damage this one and just empty the pot of Thuum and try to put this sorcerer down. So green, yellow, red, for the Dragonborn Shout, hitting on 4s. That is just a hit for 3 damage. You've got to be kidding me. Croesus takes the Dragon Shout on the chin, unfortunately. Once again, we are going to boost stamina. So we'll give us a red die with our green and black for the battle axe and a green and yellow for Banish the Wicked. Just trying to do 2 damage, hitting on 5s. Rolling an 8 that gets brought down to a 3. There's no way that Croesus can stop a massive 5 damage put through down by the Dragonborn and the battle axe. With the Master of the Sanctum beaten once and for all, that is an adventurer win. Having retrieved the Golden Claw and now defeating the dreaded Dragon Priest, our heroes emerge from Bleak Falls Barrow, victorious into the light of a brand new day. And that's going to be a wrap on this campaign, but it is not a wrap on Elder Scrolls Call to Arms or Skyrim Sundays here on War Games News Radio, as we're going to have a new campaign coming for you folks in the very near future. So leave a vote down below on which way you would like our adventurers to go, and we will be back with more Skyrim Sundays and Elder Scrolls Call to Arms very soon. Stay tuned. After unleashing the battle axe of Wuthrad, our Dragonborn and their companions are able to slay the Dragon Priest and make it out of the barrow. And that's going to be a wrap on the Bleak Falls Barrow campaign here on WGNR. So we've got a new campaign coming for you folks, and I need your help deciding which way we go. Is it time for us to get involved with the Skyrim Civil War, or should we go and visit the Greybeards up on High Hrothgar and learn some dragon shouts? The choice is yours, adventurers, so leave a comment down below and let us know which way you want our Dragonborn to go. Thank you all so much for watching and for supporting us here on the channel while we tried something new. Skyrim Sundays and Elder Scrolls Call to Arms has been a ton of fun to branch off with here on the channel, and you folks have really seemed to enjoy it. So we're going to keep that train rolling with a new campaign coming very, very soon. So get your votes in down below and stay tuned because, as always, WGNR will be back.